level security to filter data for a retail example. What you see here on my canvas is you can see this is our Sales Insights virtual cube. You can see that we also have data that's coming from on-premise Teradata as well as a Snowflake that's in the cloud. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to filter this data by each geography region, by country. So I want my data to appear only to my my sales managers who have access to that data. So how do I do that? And AtScale has a very powerful concept we call a security dimension. So let's first go and let's hook that up, and I can show you how it's going to work. So the customer dimension is where I'm gonna actually hang this off of, and you can see I have a geography dimension here, and you can see here's my relationships to create a couple geography related roll-ups, one by city, one by zip code. So all I need to do to use our security dimension is just pull a security dimension onto my canvas, and then create that relationship between country and that security dimension, like so. Okay, now let's see what some of the options here that we had. You can see here's the data set I just used for this, and I'll show you what that looks like in a second. You can see I'm going to be filtering by country, and username is going to be the key. You can also see that I can apply this scope for the security dimension to the entire cube, to just the fact tables that are related, or any related dimension or other fact table or data set. So it's very flexible. So let's just drill down on that security dimension here, and let's just look at the raw data. You can see it's coming from Snowflake, by the way. So even though I'm going to be running queries against Teradata, it's also going to run, it's also going to apply that security dimension on my Teradata data as well as my Snowflake data. So you can see here I have a very simple table. I have two users, user A Docker, user B Docker, and you can see my user A Docker looks like it's non-North America. User B Docker is only North America, United States and Canada. Okay, so I actually went ahead and I applied that filter. So now, because I created that relationship, everything is done, and it will now filter doing the right thing depending on where that user is and what that user has done, and what that user's rights are. So let's go and check that out. You can see how that might work. So I'm going to go ahead and connect up and open up a Tableau instance here, and what I'm going to first do is I'm going to log in as my administrator. So my administrator account is going to have access to everybody and to all countries. So let's do that first, and then I'll log in as a user B Docker so we can see the filtering. So here's my virtual cube, and let's go and do a order quantity, run that query, and then let's go look at my customer attributes. There's my city hierarchy, and there's country. Let's run that, and there you go. You can see we have all of our data there. Okay, so now let's go and let's pop that open again, and let's go and open up another Tableau window. And this time what I'm going to do is that I'm going to filter, or I'm going to log in as user B Docker, put in my password, and log in this way. So remember, this was going to work off of any BI tool. So today I'm using Tableau. It'll work in Power BI and Excel. Everything is going to be applied consistently regardless of the BI tool you're using. That's the beauty of that intelligent virtualization layer. So let's go ahead and let's run my country. And if I run that, you can see user B Docker only has access to Canada and United States. So behind the scenes, just go back and take a look so you can see how the magic happened there. And I'll go and look at that last query, and you can see there's that where clause where we actually applied that filter. So that is a pretty good example of how you could use row-level security. We have other security features as well, like perspectives for hiding and showing columns and metadata. Of course, you can use our dataset composer to mask data depending on certain rules. And of course, you have user delegation and delegated authorization, and of course, all the integration with your single sign-on in your enterprise. That's it for now. Thanks for listening.